The evidence is what we display when we come in each other's space. We are the original man on the earth. Black man. Own. We describe ourselves as a people as the O.P.O.P.E. O, original. P, people. O, P, planet. E, earth. O.P.O.P.E. Original people of the planet Earth. O.P.O.P.E. is our authentic description as a people. Original people of planet Earth. O.P.O.P.E. We've been here for more than 100 million years. The beauty of our hair and its coarseness and its tightness shows our relationship with the sun, shows our relationship with time. Our hair and its authentic chemical composition, black man, black woman, before we put any chemicals in it, our authentic hair speaks to how long we've been on the earth. We're the oldest people on the planet, more than what the rulers would care to give vent to. 100 million years at least before the separation took place that we now call man and woman. It was we, black man, that were placed here on this planet. There are those among our people on the earth that are more historical than we ourselves. They've remained in a frame of mind to observe and to take note. They've remained as perpetual witnesses of what our experience has been and what it is. So things that we have not stumbled onto from within ourselves, born out of our experience, we have to look to our brother, the black man on the earth, in other areas, if need be, to what our direction is. If we here present don't have the capacity to provide direction, but all of our direction is coming from what has become stored in our heads. So if someone else has stored what we have in our heads, then our directions will have to be bleak. But if we, as individuals in the race, have taken responsibility to determine what we store in our own heads, being conscious of its dynamic, being conscious of its composition, being conscious of its nature, being conscious of the direction it will give to us, only then can we look to be an authority. The institutions in the society are not built to make man. The institutions in the society are not built to make woman. The institutions in the society are not built to make the black man. They are ill-equipped. Where's the evidence? In 500 years, with doctors, lawyers, senators, president aspirants, PhD degrees, scientists, lawyers, judges, teachers, but we're still retarded in our inability to represent man to one another. You keep your word, black man, to white folk and other folk. Black woman, you keep your word to white folk and other folk. But black man, black woman, where's the evidence? Where's the trail? Where's the reputation that we've established in ourselves that we've kept our word with black people? In your inferred importance, wherein lies your capacity to live on a finer plane that's proven based on what our behavior is with one another. Other than that, we need to keep our mouths shut, because we're showing to have an invalidic mind, a mind of an invalid, mentally handicapped, because of our inability to perform something more qualitative between ourselves. You tell me about books you read. We tell you about books we read. But has our reading books, whatever the books are, and our ability to reverberate back to one another, repeat what others have written, what others have lived, has our ability to reverberate these things back to one another enable us to heighten our relationship requirement, to heighten our deportment requirement between ourselves, how we display ourselves to one another, black man, black woman? If the God you serve hasn't given you vision that you are indebted to your people as the first representation of your godliness, if those of us who say we revere God, fear God, honor God, surely the first responsibility we would receive in direction would be geared toward our people and our relationship toward our people first. We want to be world healers, world practitioners. Fine. Be universal, my brother. Be universal, my sister, in how you take care of the world. But if you are that developed, then why have you neglected your brother? If you are that developed, then why have you neglected your sister? In terms of how we deport ourselves to them, in terms of the care we show to them. Where's the evidence? Other than what we say, what are we performing? What are we contributing to our progression and healthiness, black man, black woman? What are we contributing to that? Where we're not looking for a bankroll in response for us contributing and expanding the healthiness and the livelihood of our people. We got to have dollar signs in our eyes when we surrender ourselves to assist our condition to rise from the deepness of hell to the points of heaven. We are responsible for changing the conditions. And what we develop in our heads determines the value of what we have based on how we are able to apply it. If it's not applicable to the time, to the circumstance, then we have to question the quality of knowledge that we've esteemed prior to now. Now we're being tested, not just to say, black man, that I'm black, not just to say, black woman, that you black, not because we wear the dread and look the part, not because we wear the braid and look the part, but because we are, based on how we perform with one another, when others are not present, when only we and the God we represent is present between us. Where's the evidence? Black man, black woman, talk to me. And if we're saying something false to you, then turn me off. You did, if you haven't already. But if we're saying something true to you, how strong can you be to receive this, transform that which is incorrect to this extent, and try to be to the black man, to the black woman? Be is only saying, let's be true. Let's be sincere. Let's be honest. Let's be sensitive. Let's be merciful. Let's be forgiving. Let's be kind. Let's be caring. Let's be loved. So when we be, that's what we're talking. Dig it? If you can. But it might be too heavy for you. This is a wake-up call. This is a wake-up call. This is a reminder. Black man, black woman, where you at? In mind is being exposed when we come in contact with one another, because we're going to expose where we are in mind. If we have something of substance, black man, black woman, when we see one another, wherever we see one another at, we're going to take position. Hey, how you doing? What's happening? We will find time, if we are strong, if we are healthy, if we are mature, if we are intelligent. But if we are weak, if we are diseased, if we are spineless, then we will make each other invisible. We won't see each other. And we won't hear each other. And we won't feel each other. What's true is the only fault. Not your position, not my position, but what's true.